Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. So we're back building another house in The Sims 4. We are in Willow Creek this time, I do believe, and we are building like a small family home. It is very quaint and very like cottage suburbia kind of feel to it. Like if we had white picket fences in this game, it would have a white picket fence. That's something I really want actually, is a white picket fence. I don't know why we don't have it. I feel like it's been in every other Sims game. I also feel like I've ranted about this before in a different video, but I just love a white picket fence. I live in England, we don't have awesome stuff like that here. You only see it on TV in like Desperate Housewives and stuff. If you have a white picket fence, then I'm horribly jealous of you, because that is awesome. So as you can see, we're like a minute in and the house has already basically taken its final shape. We do kind of amend it a little bit, but I basically knew what I wanted to go with when I came into the game to build, so I had been watching a couple of speed builds on YouTube and like looking at pictures on Google just for all different types of inspiration and stuff, and I really wanted to make like a traditional type of house that had like dormers, and it's just one story. It's not actually like you can't access the second level, it's just for decoration. And originally this was going to be a starter, and I feel like everybody starts out with originally this was going to be a starter, but it didn't plan out that way, so it is not a starter. I don't know how much it costs. I think I wrote it down somewhere. It costs 82,663 simoleons, so it's definitely not a starter. It's not even a second house, possibly a third house, but if you play with cheats or you're already quite far ahead in the game, then you'll be able to afford it. But I'm just going through and putting the windows in here. There's a white and brown theme throughout, like white and brown wood is what I was thinking. There's a couple of like little, not verandas. Is it still a veranda if it doesn't wrap around the whole house? I don't know, but we're just going to go with verandas. There's like one at the front, which is like the main porch, and then there's like a little back one as well, just to get to the back garden. As you can see, I'm doing the what's it called? Floor plan, that's the one. And I was like, this house is not big enough, I need to extend, so we did a little back extension onto the house, which actually I kind of loved, because it made the outside of the house different as well, because it was a little too symmetrical, which is sometimes a little boring. So yeah, just a little bit of an extension on the back there, and that's where the kitchen is going to go, and that just really opens up the space as well, because it's definitely like a 2 or 3 sim house. Even though it's on one floor, there are 2 bedrooms. There is only 1 bathroom though, but you probably could extend off the side and put a small ensuite on the master bedroom. Like, you'll see where the placement of it is a bit later on, and you'll see what I mean. So it's all like changeable, nothing set in stone for sure. So putting in some windows and stuff and doors, and then I think we're gonna put the back here. I apologise for all the different cuts in this video. When I was building this house, I was also watching television, which is probably not the best idea. I try to listen to music normally, but I was watching a TV show, and yeah, and so I was kind of like not concentrating at all times, so I kind of had to do like cut out a lot of the video, because well, not a lot of it, but just a lot of the places where I just stopped in the game, like, and I was looking down at my iPad watching whatever I was watching, I can't remember now, but and then I came back and moved on, and I'd stop again, and it would just be like a minute in between when it was sped up, so it was super frustrating. So there's like 1,000 cuts in this video. I think I managed to get the most of them, probably a good few that I didn't even see when editing, because I'm just not professional whatsoever, so I apologise for big gaps where I'm sitting doing nothing. I promise I was concentrating, not, but yeah, so I apologise for that if there's crappy editing. But yeah, as you can see, we've hopped inside because I don't ever stick to one thing. I got bored of the outside, I wanted to come in and put in the cabinets and the kitchen, and as you can see, there's one of those pauses there. Okay, it wasn't too long, that's not too bad. And I'm putting in this, like, it's a very traditional house. There's like no modern aspects whatsoever. I was trying to do this thing that I've done in a few other houses. I don't know if I've done it on the channel, but where you put the edge corner pieces on the cabinets. I like to line them down the edge of the fridge to make it look like one big glass sort of stand around the fridge with all the plates and stuff. It's a neat idea, and it does work sometimes, but because it was too close to the corner and the fridge was slightly off center, it wasn't working. So I actually left it, and we put a shelf there later on with some knickknacks and stuff on top. And I did super clutter the kitchen up because I don't know, I wanted it to feel a bit lived in, so I put like a tea set over here. I always put fruit bowl in. I love putting fruit bowls in. If the game didn't come with a fruit bowl, I would have been so mad. Like, I don't know if The Sims 3 came with a fruit bowl, but there was always a store one that I always used because I like the way the fruit looks in it better. It's just one of those little things of mine that I always put in like every house. So yeah, as you can see, I've put in that little shelf. We're going to put a few knickknacks and stuff on top. We put in some frying pans, and I'm going to add like jars of cookies and cooking books and pots and like what's it called? Like cooking utensils and knives, and yeah. So I've thrown a bunch of that stuff in just to make it look a bit more realistic. So we're moving on to the living dining room here. It's actually like very open plan. It's all one room, but I think it has good separation because the kitchen is in that back nook. And talking of Nook, that's actually what the house is called. It's called Hillcrest Nook, which I cheated with the name a little bit because I kind of googled house names because I could not think of one, and it came up with Hillcrest as one of them, and then like something Nook as a different one, and I decided to combine both words. Yeah, I like the way it was named anyway. So as you can see, we're doing the living room, like I said, and I'm trying to figure out a layout that I like. I thought, let's put it on a diagonal, make it a bit different, a bit more unique, but I hated it. So it just wasn't working. It didn't look right. There was too much empty space around. It just wasn't good. So yeah, I'm trying to match up some bloody chairs to this sofa as well, because this sofa is one of the locked items. So I used the cheat to unlock it to use it, and it actually does have a matching armchair, but they don't come in the same colour swatches. They're like slightly off. The armchair is slightly more orange than the sofa is cream, and it's so annoying. So I just used that little one there. Well, I used two of them actually. I'm going to put another one in, and that matched pretty well, so I just went with that in the end. But it is really frustrating that they don't match, and I don't understand why the team would do that at The Sims. But yeah, at The Sims, I'm mad at you. I actually tweeted out today, at The Sims, and I was like, when are we going to get another expansion pack? It's the 4th of April, and we want something new. We didn't hear anything all of March. It's now 4 days into April. Like, I want new news. I want to know what's coming. Obviously, if you're watching this in the future and we've already got a new expansion game stuff, whatever, pack, or like 8 of them, then this doesn't apply. So, but right now, we haven't heard anything, and I am getting bored. I want something new in the game. I'm really hoping for either a game pack or an expansion pack. If they release another stuff pack after this long a wait, it's going to be really disappointing. Plus, we already have so many stuff packs. And like, well, not so many. We get one like every month or something, I swear. But I want something new, like gameplay related. Like Spa Day was the last game pack we had, and that was brilliant. I absolutely love Spa Day. It's probably my favourite pack. I've said it before in other videos. It's just brilliant. And I want something like that. But then I wouldn't mind another expansion pack either, because obviously that brings a load more stuff as well. So as long as it doesn't have get in the title, I'll probably be happy with it. Or pets or seasons, because I don't really care for those expansion packs, which I know I'll probably get hate for in the comments because everybody is obsessed with those packs. But I'm just not. I just don't care for them at all. I never used them in The Sims 3. Like, I'd always turn all the seasons off apart from summer. And I'd never have a pet. So those packs I don't care about. I always get them because they add realism to your game, but I never really, like, actually play with them. I prefer the packs that are, like, Supernatural and Nightlife and Showtime. Those are all great packs, and Into the Future and like Open for Business and Hot Date. Those kind of packs were my kind of expansion packs. I loved those. And World Adventures and Vacation, like all of that stuff I'm so up for, and I hope we get something like that soon. Not bloomin' camping retreat outdoor, whatever it's called, because that was rubbish, but something better if we're going to have a vacation pack. So back to the build. Sorry off of my rant there, but back to the build. I just put in the flooring and the wallpaper. As you can see, it's very traditional feel to it, and I absolutely loved the way this house turned out. It was just, like I said, I knew what I wanted to do when I went into the game, and sometimes when you do that, you have too much of a vision set in your head, and then you go in and it's disappointing because you can't achieve exactly what you picture, or you're just not sure what it is. But actually, this turned out just the way I wanted it to, so I was really happy with it in the end. This is the master bedroom. Talking of happy, I'm not really happy with how this turned out. I didn't have a vision for the master bedroom at all, and it's kind of all just, because of the colour swatches in the game, it's all just kind of off slightly, and it just bugs me. Like, the bed is this dark wood, so I matched the end tables to that. I also wanted to match the chest of drawers to that. But because I had to match the wood colour, I had to have this stupid yellow. You can see I was trying to cover it up there with a shelf or something by enlarging it, but it didn't work. And I didn't want that yellow, goldy, striped thing on it. I wanted to, like, if I had to have it, I'd rather have it cream, like the bed covers. Or the bed covers yellow, like vice versa, whatever. I wanted them to match, but we couldn't do it. So I just put, like, books and flowers on top to try and cover it up a little bit. And I just thought, whatever, you know? It's just one of those things we're going to have to put up with forever until The Sims 5 or whatever comes out. So hopefully that will have creator style again, because I do miss creator style. But anyway, we're going on to the bathroom, and I went for a wooden floor in the bathroom. I usually go for tile, and that's what most people have, I feel like, in their house. They have like wood or tile, but I actually have carpet in my bathroom in my house because that's what my mum wanted, so that's what we got when we decorated it, which I know most people think is probably really weird, but we don't have any small children or anything in our house, so it's not like people get water on the floor or anything, so it's just nice when you get up in the morning and you go into the bathroom and it's nice and warm on your feet and everything. Like, wood or tarred floor can be really cold, but I went for wooden floor in this bathroom just to be a bit different because I always go for tiles. And then this guest bedroom is just super plain, super basic. I just put in some generic stuff, basically. Just a single bed. You could fit a double in there, but it would definitely be a squeeze. And I thought that would be a good like kids or teens bedroom, or like grandma's room or whatever, or your mum's bedroom, your dad's bed, whatever you want to, like however your story plays out in your game, that's a good spare bedroom for your non-main character. So yeah. Moving on to landscaping here. This is where I got a little bit stuck because I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do. As you can see, I'm lining the edge of that with some shrubs, which I totally got rid of straight away because I wasn't happy with that. I didn't know whether I wanted to go for super lush gardening or just like basic. And I wanted to do basic, but then at the same time it just didn't look good, so I kind of went not too in depth. Especially in the front. The front's not like too crazy, but there is, I suppose, a lot of flowers, I guess, but it wasn't too crazy for me anyway. But the back garden is definitely more lush than the front garden is, and I do put in like a, not secret, but like it's like a little enchanted gardening area, which I thought looked really cute, and this house just very sort of fairy tale to me, so it just worked well. It was just a super cute little suburban house with this fairy tale garden in the back, and then just some really nice colourful plants in the front. And as you can see, I turned that that flower white because there was too many colours going on and it was too busy for me. So yeah, going in and adding a bunch of different shrubs, here, and then I'm going to add like a bunch of flowers and stuff around there. But I do actually change all that. Well, not change all of it, but I get rid of those tall shrubs because it made the front look too busy, and it like, what's the word? I don't know, but it took your eye away from the entrance of the house, like the actual front door. There was too much going on, so I got rid of it. And I think I get rid of all 4 of those tall bushes, actually. I might leave the 2 at the back. I'm not 100. We'll see, together. So as you can see, I'm putting in like those low-lying shrubs, which I feel like every single simmer absolutely loves. I love those, they're so good. I feel like everybody else loves them and uses them all the time as well. They're kind of like those shrubs that we had in The Sims 3. There was like 2 types of them, and you just kind of use them to fill space up. They're just shrubby and worked. So yeah, maybe you know what I mean, maybe you don't. But anyway, we're going through and adding a bunch of details, and we're going to do the back garden and everything. So we're adding in flower bed, pot, window, power flower things, whatever they're called, because this house just was screaming out for them. And I think I maybe do put in a white picket fence here at the front. I'm not 100% sure. I know I said earlier about it, and now I feel like I did add a fence. I know I add a hedge fence at the back, and I possibly add a front fence. Like I kind of have to make do with whatever fence we have. I think I add the fence that is on the verandas or porches, whatever you want to call them, around at the front, possibly. We'll see, I guess. We're going to do the back garden first, and then I think I add it. I'm almost positive now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, we're adding a big tree at the back here. I don't struggle with landscaping, but I always not sure where to put the trees because I want to have a lush garden and like a lush lot, but then I always feel like I just have 4 trees in each of the corners of the lot because I don't want it to block the house, and I don't want it to like impar your gameplay. I'm not sure what the word is I'm trying to say there, but like bother you when you're playing the game is what I'm trying to say. So I always try and keep them away from the house, but then at the same time I don't want them just like dotted around the lot in like each of the corners, like I said, so it's difficult. But going here and adding in like the pathway in the garden, and we have this designated square for like sitting and eating and cooking your food outside. There's a barbecue there, and here I was trying to do like stepping stones, and then I decided that floor tiles were not a good idea, so I used these little stone slabs that came get together, and they're actually in the carpet section because they're just little carpets, but they're made to look like stepping stones. So, and then I decided that I want to kind of like separate this kind of corner off because it's like it's got the shady area there and there's plants growing up that thing, and I decided to put this little entranceway in here, and I put the fence in, and this is kind of how it all begins and comes about. And I just think it looks really cute because it's like separated off and it just looks just so cute. So just like a fun place to go, and there'd be all these like plants growing everywhere, and you could steal fruit off the tree if there was a tree planted or whatever. I didn't put any plantables in them because that's kind of for like you to do in your own gameplay if you want to download the slot, which if you want to, you totally can. It is called Hillcrest Nook. It is on the Sims 4 gallery. As always, there's a link in the description. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, then you can use the hashtags Hillcrest Nook, Hillcrest, hashtag Nook. You can use my origin /EAID, which is EndlxssSims, capital E, NDLXSS, capital S, IMS, hashtag EndlxssSims, hashtag Endless. All the usual hashtags will be in that description to find the house, or like I said, you can use the link down below. So yeah, it's super easy to find. Also, if you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up, because I do super appreciate that, and leave me all your comments like you usually do, because I absolutely love reading your comments, guys, and I really enjoyed making this video and house. I was going to say house and video, and I wasn't sure which one was coming first. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next build. But before I go, I'm just going to say that I'm just finishing off the back garden here, and then I'm going to do some outside lighting, and then it is done. But please enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good day, have a good week, whatever you're doing, enjoy yourself, and I'm going to go now. Okay, bye everyone.